All right,
Yes.
then. Am I too old and uncool to say dude or something?
No. It's just I'm always banging on about how cool he is.
All right, then.
He's
cool.
cool.
Well, if you're like me, the idea of getting hit, kicked and wrestled to the ground probably doesn't appeal to you. But for this next Aussie mum, it's all in a day's work.
Breakfast time, kiddies.
Like many new mums, Bec Hyatt found herself struggling with weight after the birth of her first child.
I just kept getting bigger and less motivated and just eating myself to misery.
After putting on 30 kilos, Bec finally decided to take action. But, always the rebel, rather than hitting the treadmill, she chose one of Australia's most controversial sports, mixed martial arts.
Started training, the weight kept coming off and I just kept training and actually got good at it, so it was just the next step for me to compete.
In 2011, Bec ditched her hairdressing career to become a professional fighter.
A lot of people think that women don't belong in a combat sport, and it's a bit annoying, but I prove them wrong on a daily basis. And we don't fight like girls, we don't pull hair and pinch and bite, we actually get in there and we're just as exciting as the men.
Along with a new career, Bec also found love with her trainer, Dan.
Bec and I fell in love about the week that we met. It was kind of love at first sight kind of deal.
My husband is a huge supporter, like he's a fighter as well, so it's actually hard juggling his fight camps and my fight camps. We've got to both take in turns looking after the children.
Mixed martial arts, otherwise known as cage fighting, is a combination of boxing, wrestling, karate and jiu-jitsu. To its critics, it's a no-holds-barred blood sport. But as one of the fastest-growing sports in the world, to Bec, it's her shot at stardom.
It is actually a sport. There are rules. I know people don't like to think there are, but there are rules. You can't headbutt, you can't bite, you can't eye gouge, you can't hit to the groin.
That's good to know. But her first fight was far from tame. Bec, whose nickname is Rowdy, was knocked unconscious in the first round.
But I wasn't injured. I was training a few days later. It's really superficial injuries, like a sore back, a sore nose, like there's nothing huge.
While there's only a handful of female mixed martial arts fighters in Australia, in the United States, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. And Bec recently got her big break over there, being signed to the Invicta Fighting Championships.
Invicta is the equivalent of World Championships for a wrestler, so for her, when she made it, I was just ecstatic for her, and it's probably the best step in her career that she could have got.
There was a late pull-out. Someone broke their nose, so they called me in and asked if I wanted to fight for the title. And so, of course, I wasn't going to turn that opportunity down.
Bec lost the fight, but after surviving 5 rounds, she didn't go unnoticed.
She went the distance with her number 4 in the world in America. Wasn't expected to go 2 rounds, but she definitely showed she belonged there.
Back home in Brisbane, Bec's preparing for her next US fight in April. As far as she's concerned, there's no limit to how far she can go.
My goals for 2013 is to climb that ladder again and get the title shot and hopefully bring back the belt to Australia. I just like to fight and I like to entertain.
As you said, some people object to women doing mixed martial arts. I say take that up with Bec yourself.
She's a cool dude, isn't she?
Yeah, just like Barack Obama.
Give it another crack.
We're going to take a break. Back in a tick.
Coming up, worried you'll lose Grandpa? The CSIRO have the answer.